All right, we're diving into a really big topic today, one that can make or break AI projects. How do you take all that complex data and turn it into something your leadership team can actually understand and act on? Let's get into it. So let me start with a question. What do you think is the biggest reason AI projects don't deliver the value they promise? You know, it's probably not what you think. It's not the tech, it's not the algorithm. More often than not, it's a simple breakdown in communication. It's where brilliant insights just get lost in translation. And this slide, wow, this just nails it, doesn't it? The data team is flagging a very real, very specific technical problem, like schema drift. But what does leadership hear? All they hear is more excuses and more delays. It creates this massive disconnect where one side is talking facts and the other is hearing frustration. That's where projects go off the rails. When you boil it all down, it's just a failure to translate. This isn't about dumbing things down at all. It's about reframing a technical problem into a business problem. It's about finding a way to speak the same language so that everyone understands what's at stake. And this is exactly where you come in. As an AI project manager, your most important job isn't just about Gantt charts and deadlines. It's about being the bridge builder. You have to be that connection, that translator between the super technical work and the high-level business decisions. So how do we actually build that communication bridge? Well, we're going to walk through three main pillars. First, we'll talk about how you package your insights before you even walk into the room. Second, how you deliver that message with total clarity. And third, how you keep your leaders in the loop for the long haul. Okay, let's start with pillar number one. Packaging the insight. This is all the prep work you do behind the scenes. And trust me, it's about respecting your leader's time and making sure your message lands with maximum impact. Your first tool, and it's a powerful one, is the executive summary. Think of this as your secret weapon. It's a one-pager that does all the heavy lifting for you. It gives executives the bottom line, right up front. What are the key findings? What are the risks? And what does this mean for the business? No jargon, just the essentials. And here's the recipe for a great one. You're not just listing off data points. You're pulling everything together, highlighting the good and the bad, and this is key, connecting every single finding directly to a business outcome. You have to end with a clear, definitive statement on whether the data is actually ready to go. And the result of doing this? It's huge. Your execs can immediately see what's going on. They get the big picture, and most importantly, they understand how the state of the data is going to impact the project's success down the line. Now, the second part of packaging your insight is visualization. But listen, for this audience, forget about those super complex technical charts. Leadership needs something like this. It's simple, it's clean, it's instant. Anyone can look at this and immediately see, that partner API at 65%, that's our problem area. The key here really is simplicity. Use color to your advantage to make the important stuff pop. And please, never ever show a chart without telling the story behind it. Every single visual needs a so what. You have to explain why it matters. Otherwise, it's just a pretty picture. Okay, moving on to pillar number two. So you've packaged your insights perfectly. Now it's game time. It's about walking into that room and delivering your message with absolute clarity. A tool like this data readiness scorecard is, well, it's a game changer. It gets rid of all the vague, fuzzy updates. Instead, you've got a crystal clear status. Green, yellow, red. It's so simple. And you can see not just the status, but why it has that status. Oh, the product usage logs are red because we're still waiting for access. Simple. So when you present this, you're not just a reporter. You are a guide. You explain what's holding things up. You come to the table with actual actionable recommendations to fix the red and yellow spots, and you're upfront about how this impacts the timeline. You're leading the conversation. And this slide, this might be the most critical skill of all for Bridge Builder: translation. Stop saying data bias. Start saying our model might not work as well for certain customers, which is a clear business risk. Don't say schema drift. Say the format of the data coming in changed and it completely broke our model. You always have to translate the technical term into its business consequence. When you get good at this, something incredible happens. Your leaders stop seeing data as this separate technical thing over in the corner. They start to see it for what it truly is, something that's woven into the fabric of the business strategy, the costs, the risks, and ultimately, the outcomes. All right, our final pillar, number 3, Look, great communication isn't just a big, one-time presentation. It's got to be an ongoing process that keeps your leadership team plugged in and engaged from start to finish. You need to establish a rhythm, a regular communication cadence. Just look at this timeline. It's a mix of your standard weekly check-ins and then boom, a specific escalation for a roadblock. This kind of consistency builds a massive amount of trust, and maybe most importantly, it eliminates surprises. And let me tell you, executives hate surprises. So this all comes down to being proactive. Send out those regular updates using clear dashboards. Track your progress against those big milestones. And critically, raise your hand and escalate a problem the second you see it coming. Trying to hide a problem is the quickest way to burn through trust. And what's the result of all this? Your leadership team feels like they're part of the process, not just spectators. They stay informed, they stay engaged, and they become your biggest champions, ready to jump in with help or resources right when you need them. So let's just pull this all together. Your role is so much more than just a manager. You are the translator. You are the one who takes that messy, complicated world of data and you transform it into the kind of clarity that leads to smart, strategic decisions. And that really leaves us with one final crucial question to ask yourself. In your work, are you just reporting data, or are you taking these steps to truly empower decisions? Because that difference, right there, that's what separates a project that stalls out from one that truly succeeds.